Welcome, ladies and gents, to the Indie Spotlight, where I take you on an adventure to find out more about hidden gems on the internet. Today, we're doing something different and taking a look at a game from 1996. Thanks to the developers at Holistic Design Inc. and the team at the Georgia Game Development Association. Emperor of the Fading Suns is a science fiction grand-scale space strategy computer game that's turn-based, similar to Warhammer 40k Rights of War. This game was based on Holistic's in-house role-playing game, Fading Suns. The game had a wide array of units and complex backstory. Today, you'll find numerous unofficial fan-made mods. I was lucky to join a playthrough session with Andrew Greenberg and James Portman, the original developers from Holistic Design. We started up a multiplayer game that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video. This video is brought to you by Antonline. To hear about them and the brilliant Father's Day gift guide, stay a while at the end of this video. And don't forget, if you like what you saw, chances are that I'm live on Twitch when this video drops, so head on over there if you have any questions. Without further ado, let's get into it.
5 scepters from Mother Church, protector of our souls. 5 for the Merchant League, heralds of our past. And 5 for the noble houses, holders of our future. But each of these powers wished to rule it in their own way, and schemed to gain complete power at any price. Vladimir's military might convinced the noble houses to concede his rule, for they could not stand in battle before this master tactician. The Merchant League, last remnants of the Second Republic, made little pretense of their disdain for the charter of Vladimir, but they accepted his rule nonetheless. Fearful of his popularity among the people, the Patriarch of the Universal Church accepted Vladimir's rule on the condition that the Church present him the crown, thus ensuring their ritual role in approving all his successors. Vladimir's coronation as the first emperor of the known worlds took place on Byzantium Secundus, which had been declared the imperial throne world. In the year 4550 AD, Vladimir crowned himself with his own hands and died.
Oh wait, the intro was 5 minutes long, so I'm going to try my best to get through this as quickly as I can. I'm actually going to show you the group that I chose in the game, and then later we're actually going to jump into a multiplayer that I started with Andrew Greenberg and James Portman, the original developers on this game. But for now, I feel like I should explain to you how to play this. If you're ever interested, the link is below. So you have your different houses. I'm going Hazat. I went Hazat because it's simple, because it's just pure muscle. It's just a bunch of military ready to go. You can explore the other houses if you're interested, but in order to select it, I have to make sure I have the brain icon, because that means that I'll be controlling it, and then everyone else is an NPC, basically. So we'll hit next, see what's going on. So we're in beginner right now, but you could change the difficulty, or you can make it really hard. I'm gonna do beginner, and then everything else in here is great, and we're gonna be fine. I'm actually gonna turn off tutorials. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm doing as I go along. Everything that's been I've gone through, I've actually been told in person by Andrew Greenberg himself. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in now. I get to pick who my portrait is. I'm gonna go with Lazarus. Oh, that's who I chose, because I just like the way that his eyes are squinty. Lazarus. We can stick with his name or we can name him. I'll stick with Lazarus just so I don't forget who he is. Then you get to pick your house traits. So we have the default, which for this house, we have warrior ethic. Units receive expert experience ratings fresh out of boot camp. Charismatic leadership, plus 20 to planet unit loyalty if there is a noble present in the palace, so it's important to have nobles. Administration increases tax revenues by better organizing government. Ancient Documentarium. 3 advances in advanced physics. Physics is good. Battle Master, armor bonus if a noble is in your stack. So we want to make sure we have a bunch of nobles, if possible, in our group. And then you'll obviously have to have a negative to balance out. So in my case, spendthrift. By default, I lose sales revenue with League due to spending on useless stuff. Very similar to myself. I love buying things that I don't need. But you can actually mess around with these and change them. I'm going to stick with it. It fits the house. It'll allow me to continue with all of my forces and units. And, you know, this is exactly what they're meant to do. I don't want to change them. They're perfect the way they are. My home planet is Aragon. Elissa from Lord of the Rings. No, I'm just kidding. But Aragon is my home planet. And when it comes to tech, it's like, what are we studying? What are we good at? Very specifically, I'm going to go to physics. And I'm going to do composite armor. So this is something I can trade when it comes to diplomacy. Working with other, which you'll see when I bring up multiplayer. I work with other houses. So it allows Serum Steel, Space Frigate, Seraphim Space Fighters, Prophet Space Torpedo Bomber, Freighter, Starbase, Special Forces, Grim Reaper Field Tank, and Infantry Legion. Click Archive for more information so you can really get into it. And this is what makes this game wildly impressive to me, is because in 1997, you had a bunch of amazing role players, Fading Sun, put their favorite parts into a game, and they called it Emperor of the Fading Sun. And these go on, and it's just really beautiful. And as a role player myself, seeing someone take what is like an imaginative role-playing story and putting it into a tangible game that you can see, and for a game from 1996, impressive. All right, we're gonna go ahead and research composite armor. Yes, please. The new patriarch is Orthodox. Advisor, cool. Nothing to do here, so we're gonna exit and go on. So I'm gonna kind of show you around here, but then I'm gonna switch over to the multiplayer where you get to see where I and Andrew and James picked up last. So here we are. Here's Aragon, LSA planet, but we can also zoom out and look around. So James Portman in our multiplayer, he decided to go do space travel. It's extremely expensive, but he's like, hey, I'm gonna go straight for it. Whereas we have Andrew Greenberg and his house, he decided very specifically just to cultivate and explore his planet. But you can see there, when I was showing you the diplomacy and the things you can do, right? I have like the physics and the technology. Well, I could trade that with, let's say, James Portman in his house, because they, which was Alvarex, they have like star maps, and you get a star map which helps you, like you can see down here, some of these stars are grayed out. I don't know anything about them. The big planet that has all civilization is Byzantium 2. Go inside you? Yes. Like, look at these. How big. They have a fort. Their military forces are huge. Look at these giant settlements. They're not even settlements. They're huge. But then you can like explore the planet. So I don't have a map for this planet anyways. Okay. So that's just, you know, a little brief overview of the world and the houses and what you can do starting off. And let's see if I can go back to space. Let's go to our planet, Aragon. So here's Aragon. These are my space forces, so the spaceship's up in space. And then I can click on my planet and you can kind of see what it looks like. There's a lot of parts I haven't explored yet, so that's what I was doing in my multiplayer game. But if you're curious about how to do multiplayer with friends, all you have to do is save the game, and then you go into the file in File Explorer, or under GOG in this case, and there's save files. You find the save file, and you give that to your friend. Then your friend would load that save file in-game and be able to pick up where you left off, making this game extremely interesting, because if it's turn-based, you could spend like 30 minutes on a turn. Moving your forces, fighting settlements, exploring space. And when you're done with that 30 minutes, you save that file and you hand it off to your friend, and then they pick it up, which is really fun. So I'm going to take a moment here. We're going to switch over to my multiplayer game because it is my turn now. I think Andrew Greenberg just went with his house. All right, we're in the main menu. I have moved the save that Andrew Greenberg had last into my files. So, you know, the save files. And there it is. We're going to load this up. I'm going back. So I was originally Lazarus. House Hazat and House Li Halan have made an alliance. I accept your terms, says Alexius. An alliance with you, and I'll give you energy physics technology. We already communicated about this. I feel like multiplayer makes this extremely exciting because you have someone else that is just like participating in this world with you. House Hawkwood and House Hazat have made an alliance. Oh my gosh, that's James Portman. House of Al-Malik and House Hawkwood have made an alliance. I accept your terms, says Andrew. Hospitals technology, and I'll give you energy physics technology. This is actually Andrew Greenberg. I'm sorry. I'm confused. House Li Halan and House Hawwood have, like, we're just friends over here. Okay. Oh, Andrew sent me a message. So in his last playthrough, he put in a message, which was in his save, and now I loaded it. And let's gang up on Hawkwood. So now he wants to fight. What a backstabbing Andrew. All right, so exit. And we did do an exchange. So for physics technology, I have to give him, is what he's asking. And in return, I give him, he's going to give me pharmaceuticals. I'm going to accept. Ooh, a Salandra of House Staccatos. Physical technology for Firebirds. Accept. Welcome. So this is my playthrough. I'm going to go as fast as I can because we only have so much time today. But my goal was to explore my planet because I'm a first-time player. James Portman, he decided to go exploring. Mr. Hawkwood is out in space exploring. Andrew is just doing Andrew things. And then there's me and my planet, Aragon. I've never been here before. And I would like to explore it. So right now you can see I've already gone over from my fort. And I've taken over this farm. And you can see I've got 4 movements on these guns, which I need to get them on this boat. For some reason, I left them behind my last run. When I right-click, I can move over and show you. So this is my base. I have some soldiers here. I've got nobles in the palace. And like I said, when it comes to Hazat, House Hazat, I want to have nobles in my group whenever I do something. And this is my engineer, my pride and joy. So I've actually... My goal when I started was I saw these ruins over here, and my engineer is paving roads to get there right now. So let's see what we can do. I gave him a little force. So we have an engineer. He's got some soldiers. He's got some tanks just in case. I can right click on these to like really look at them. So we have the Smiter, the Wolverine, the ATG, and I've got some militia with me. We even have food and metal. It looks like I'm running out of health on my food though. They're eating it all. So let's see how close we can get to those ruins right now with this group. All right, we need to bring the boat back down. I'm going to put all my transports on this boat. We're going to go exploring. Let's see how far we can go. So let's see what's in my group here. We have 1 mobile, we have infantry, and we've got some boats and artillery just in case we have to fight something. So let's go north. See how far we can go. That's as far as my boats can go. We're out in the middle of the sea now. We're getting closer to this island that's over here. I want to explore this, but that's as far as I can go with my boats. So we'll leave that there. Let's see what's next. Down here. Got these guys. I'm going to leave them here. They're in a great place. Let's see what's going on in my church. We've got a clergy. My loyalty is at 89%. What's in our palace? We got some nobles. Let's add another engineer. So it looks like we can make one. We're gonna make another engineer so that way I could like build more roads. I would like to produce an engineer. Thank you. So he's being born here. Some infantryman. Let's take these guys and have them in a tank go up to Agora. Let's have them explore this mine.
Unit spotted.
Oh, we see stuff. Okay. Let's move this tank because we have roads. They can go up here easy. Oh my goodness. I hope I only moved that one. I moved a wolf and an artillery? Let's just do one tank, okay? There you go. Now these guys have a tank with them. And so this tank can move 4 more. They said that they saw an enemy, so I'm gonna move them here. Orders. What happens if I right click this? Let's trade with them. What do we have? Look at all our stuff. We can do trade. Let's do food. Let's just do a little bit. We brought a tank. We're like, hey, give us food. Okay. Well, that's our food. We'll put it in the tank for now. No, we'll leave the tank with them. So these guys have food, and we have a tank, and we're gonna go to the mine. They do need a noble, though, so let's, send a noble to them. You can see how far I can travel. I don't want all those wanted. There you go. Alright, so now there's a noble with them, and this way we can send them and the tank and the noble up to this mine. Hopefully they'll be safe. Let's see what we have in there. We have the SSF, so we're gonna select. There's 2 militia on there, there's 1 on there. We're gonna send these ones to space. Oh, who's this? Hello? Full color. Dreadnought and an SS. Wow, okay. Can we put you guys together? That's the League. They're just floating around. Okay. I haven't space traveled yet. I want to. So let's go here. Can I? Oh my goodness. I've got people in Byzantium. I'm gonna leave them there though. I don't know. What if we start a fight? We should stay there. We've got forces there. We should leave them there. That's all. What's this planet? Never been here. Oh no. So you can't land if there's not a fort because If you land, it does damage to your spaceships. I don't see a fort. I really want to land. Look at all this land. Really do. But we lost our map of this planet long ago. We must send a ship there or buy the information from another party. Ooh, intriguing. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can land here. It's gonna do some damage, but maybe there's resources that I can get. I might not be able to. Yeah, so I was able to fly to the planet, but I'm in orbit. I can't land right now. So that's that. Okay, let's go do some diplomacy. Let's see what we can do with Andrew. So, got a lot of scepters. Tech. I'm gonna help him out. We want to declare war on another. Unhack him. If it's not, that's super awkward. I'll give you... PTS fusion cannon and PTS messin. Okay, let's do it. Done.
Message sent.
Let's send Andrew a message. Send messages. Send it to Andrew. Agree. Like, fuck faster. Something silly. Send.
Message sent.
And that's the end of my turn. I mean, there's tons more I could do, but honestly, it's just really fun to see what happens next. So my goal is to explore Veracruz and explore Aragon, and maybe whatever I find, I can contribute to war, because we're about to start war. But that's it. That's it so far. You know, end turn. So what I have to do is end turn. That's okay, because there was some that I didn't touch. We'll oversave this, and then I'll give that file to them, and then it's their turn. I couldn't make this video happen without antonline. If you like games and the newest, hottest tech, then you're in the right place. And if you enjoy this video, then hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Save up to 75% on amazing tech from Father's Day from antonline.